Good morning, children. I hope you are watch this video along with your rough note and textbook with pencil. Normally, in classroom means possible to take 3 pages. This online classes is first time for you, so only I take this class very slowly. Only 2 pages per videos I allotted. Okay, up to the hierarchy of classification, that is start from kingdom and end with the species, we saw in the last videos. In these videos we are going to study about how the what is the basis for the classification of animals. Normally there are four bases they took. First one is called as a level of organization. Level of organization. The second one is called as a symmetry. Second one is called as a symmetry. Third one is called as a germ layer. And fourth one is called as a coelomate. The right hand side, I gave a small chart able to understand level of organization, that is cellular level, tissue level and organ level. We will see elaborately in the next slide what is called as a level of organization and symmetry germ layers. This is the classification of the kingdom Animalia based on the fundamental structure. This is the fundamental structure for the classification of animals. The next one is the first one is the level of organization. You see the chart. It start from the atom and end with the organism. We know the atom, a group of atoms forming combined together molecules. From the molecules a compound will be formed. A group of molecules or compound combined together forming their organelle. A group of organelles forming their cells. Normally if you take the plant cell and animal cells, so many number of the organelles are present. Mitochondria, ribosome, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, nucleus. These are the organelles. These organelles combine together forming the cells. So here only the cell is the basic unit of the all the living organism. So they gave the different color. A cell, a group of cell forming their tissues, and group of tissue forming their organs, a group of organ forming the organ system. For example, if you take the human beings, the circulatory system is the one of the organ system. In the circulatory system, what are the organs are involved means heart is the main organ, artery, vein, capillaries. These are all organs involved in the circulatory system. So as like the circulatory system, the excretory system, reproductive system, digestive system, this group of their organ system involved and forming their organism. Forming their organism. This is called as a level of organizations. On the based on this level also we classified the animals. For example, if take the cellular, the based on the presence of the cells, it is a two types. One is a unicellular, the another one is called as a multicellular organism based on the cell structure only. If having only one cells means that is called as a unicellular. If having the many cells means that is called as a multicellular. So based on the cell we also classified the animals. Okay, next one is called as a symmetry. Symmetry means what, sir? Symmetry means nothing but if you cut the body of their animals, if you having their equal halves, that is called as a symmetry. In whether it is a it will be cut from the top to bottom or side to side, any side you can cut, but it will give the two equal halves. That is the important. Then only it is accepted as the symmetry. If any variation between the n, any difference between the n two halves or two parts, that is not accepted as a symmetry. There are two types. One is called as a radial symmetry. One is called as a radial symmetry. You see that for radial symmetry already we know about the in the max we studied about the radius and diameter. So the 2r is equal to 1d. Two radiuses, then only it is called as a one diameter. So the diameter is the center of it divided into the circle into two equal halves, that is called as a diameter. So the radius means the half of the diameter is called as a r by half of the diameter, that is called as a radius. You see that pictures. So the hydra will be cut into the different radius. Different radius if you cut means will give the two equal halves. If any radius we will cut the hydra, it will give two equal halves. So only it is called as a radial symmetry. And next one is called as a tortoise. It is called as a bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry. From the dorsal and ventral side we cut the posterior end. Posterior end means that is anterior to posterior, top to bottom, anterior end to posterior end. We will get the two equal halves, that is called as a bilateral symmetry. Bi means two. Here in tortoise we will get only two symmetry, but in the hydra we having the so many parts, so only it is called as a radial symmetry. More than the two halves, more than the two method we will cut 1 2 3 4 like that it will be cut. So only it is called as a radial. It look like if you draw one circles, if you draw one circle above the hydra having the you having then so many number of the radius as like structure, so only it is called as a radial symmetry. Next one is called as a germ layers. Next one is called as a germ layer. Based on the presence of the germ, it is classified into two types: diploplastic and triploplastic. So what is the importance of the germ layer means it is when it was formed means it is formed from the embryo to adult. The formation of the embryo to adult, the germ layer is formed. It is important in the forming of the different parts of the organs. Different parts of the organs is formed from their germ layers only. So there and that in the higher classes we will study about the development of the fetus heading. We are able to know the understand the importance of the these germ layers. Now you listen. Two types. In the diploplastic only two layer is present, that is ectoderm and endoderm. So only two layer is present, so only is called as a diploplastic. Diploplastic. And triploplastic able to see the three layers: ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. So three layer is present, that is called as a triploplastic. That is called as a triploplastic. Now the example for the diploplastic. Yeah, diploplastic means hydra. The hydra is the best example for the diploplastic. Hydra is the best example for the diploplastic. Yeah, triploplastic human beings. We are all example for the triploplastic. All the multicellular animals coming under the triploplastic except the some of the invertebrate animals. Remaining animals are coming under the triploplastic. This is called as a germ layer. And the next one is called as a coelom. The coelom means nothing but it is one of the fluid present in the body, in the animal body, that is called as a coelom. And the presence of the coelom and also present in the places, present as well as the places, it is classified into three type. One is called as a acoelomate. eocoelomate, and second one is called as a pseudocoelomate, and third one is called as a eucoelomate. Eocoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and eucoelomate. The eocoelomate means the acoelomate means there is no fluid is present. The red color, you see the third picture, we having the red color is present. That is called as a coelom. That is called as a coelom. You see in that first picture, that is called as acoelomate. Only the two layers, ectoderm and endoderm is present. There is no coelom is present. The coelom was absent. So that is called as a eocoelomate. Example, cnidarian. Next one is called as a pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate means it is having the three layers. It is having the three layers, ectoderm, endoderm, and this one is called as endoderm. This one is called as a mesoderm. But in between the endoderm and mesoderm, a fluid, a fluid-like substance was present. So only it is called as a pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate means a false body cavity. It is not a coelom, but it having the liquid-like substance was present, but it was present between the mesoderm and the endoderm. That is the important point. Mesoderm and the endoderm. In your book, they gave clearly in between the the white and then the second picture pseudocoelomate, there is a white color is present between their yellow and rose color. The yellow color denotes their endoderm and rose color denotes their mesoderm. In between that, the white color was present. That is a pseudocoelom like liquid. So only it is called as a pseudocoelomate. Next, come to the third picture. You see that ectoderm having endoderm is the light bluish color and mesoderm is the light gray color. That is called as a endoderm, and blue color is called as middle is called as mesoderm, and the outer is called as a ectoderm. In that red color is present in the middle layer itself. If you take the book, if you see the book, the within the rose, if you see that color of the rose, the inner as well as the outer, the middle only the coelom was present. So the coelom present in the mesoderm means that is called as a eucoelomate or true coelomate animals. Example, echinodermata and chordata, annelids, arthropods, mollusks. These are all coming under the echinodermata, mollusks, and chordata. These are all coming under the eucoelomate animals. Okay, this is about the basis for the classification. This is for the basis for the classification of the animals. You have the pictures kingdom, the animal multicellular kingdom, level of organization. There are two type of level, cellular level and another one is called as a tissue level. The tissue level is again classified into two types. One is called as a radial, another one is called as a bilateral. The radial is example for the coelomate. The cellular level example, what is the phylum for the example? Porifera. Next one is called as a bilateral. The bilateral is again classified into three types. What are they? Acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, and true coelomate. Acoelomate example, what is the acoelomate example? Platforms, that is a platyhelminthes, and pseudocoelomate as helminthes. For acoelomate only one organism and pseudocoelomate also only one organism. For true coelomate only having their 6 type of the organism. It starts from their annelids and ends with their chordata. What is that? Annelids, arthropoda, mollusca, echinodermata, hemichordata, and last one is called as a chordata. These are all belongs to the which, that is a coelomate. So if you see about the basis of the classification, able to understand the classification of the kingdom Animalia based on the fundamental features. The chart is a very important. It may ask in the 2 mark. And the next one, page number 201, we are having the classification of the animal kingdom. Classification of the animal kingdom. The animal kingdoms are classified into two types. One is called as a non-chordata. Otherwise called as a non-chordata is otherwise called as a invertebrata. And another one is called as a chordata. And the chordata is again classified into two types. One is called as a protochordata. Another one is called as a vertebrata. Protochordata. Another one is called as a vertebrata. The protochordata is again classified into the chordata is again classified into protochordata. It again classified into two types. One is called as a subphylum cephalochordata and cephallum urochordata. And vertebrata is also two types. One is vertebrates without jaws. Jaws means that is teeth, which was present. That layer is called as a jaws. There is no jaws for some animals. That is so only the vertebrata is again classified into two types. One is called as a vertebrate without jaws, and another one is called as a vertebrate with jaws. Vertebrate with jaws. And how the animal kingdoms are based on that classification means based on the presence of notochord. Notochord means what? It is a simple a rod-like structure. It look like a rod-like structure present on the back of their organism. It is present in their mid dorsal side, not ventral side. Ventral sides are coming under the hair, stomach, chest. These are called as a ventral side. Mid dorsal side means a back side of the hair body during the embryonic development. While at the time of the embryonic development itself, the notochord was present later. While the organism was mature means what will happen? The notochord is replaced or modified into backbone. They gave the ear more to know, so it is very important. The more to know, the notochord is also asked, define notochord as like they ask in the 2 mark, as well as the classification of the ear kingdom animalia. Classification of the ear kingdom animalia is also very important. The flow chart also very important. The remaining, that is a binomial nomenclature. And what are the ear phylum belongs to invertebrata. What are the phylum belongs to invertebrata? It starts from their phylum Porifera. Phylum Porifera, that is a cellular level. Next tissue level. From that hemichordata up to the hemichordata, these are all belongs to the phylum Invertebrata. The next topic is the vertebrata. What are the classification of the vertebrata, and what are the phylum belongs to the vertebrata, and what are the silent features of the vertebrata, we will see on the next session. Okay, up to that the classification of the animal kingdom will be over. So from the two videos, just we saw about the introduction, and second topic is called as a classification of the living organism. In that classifications, we having the seven type of the 7 unit: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. So the 7 unit we saw that. The next in this videos we saw about the basis of the classifications. There are the 4 bases of the classifications. One is called as a level of organization, second one is called as a symmetry, third one is called as a germ layers, and fourth one is called as a coelomates. Okay, these are the topic alone we saw in these videos. Okay, so please go through it. If you have any doubt regarding this topic means, you may call to me or text to me. I will explain to you clearly. Okay, we will see on the next videos. Thank you, student.